An emergency action plan is simply a well thought out plan of what to do if a fire occurs. The key components include methods of notifying people of a fire, such as alarms or a plan for getting out of the building safely, and means for containing or controlling a fire. The plan must take into consideration the unique features of each individual building and its occupants. Depending upon the type of hazards, size of the building, and the number of employees, an employer may or may not be required to create an emergency action plan. If a plan is required, it should be kept current, updated as needed. It is the employer's responsibility to communicate the plan to the employees. This plan needs to be in writing and be easily accessible to all employees. Now, when a fire emergency occurs, 3 things should happen. An alarm system needs to alert others in the building to begin evacuation. 911 should be called as quickly as possible, even if your alarm system is monitored, and doors should be closed behind you as you evacuate. This can help prevent the fire from spreading to other rooms or parts of the building. Now, when a fire alarm sounds, what should you do? It's important to treat every fire alarm as though it's a real emergency, even if the initial source is unknown. And if the alarm sounds or a fire is suspected, evacuate and call 911 immediately. Treat every alarm as a real emergency. If you later confirm it was a false alarm or an equipment malfunction, call 911 back and let them know. Never wait to investigate the situation before notifying the fire department. Any delay will allow a fire to grow and further endanger the building, its occupants, and the property. According to the National Fire Protection Association, fire alarms that malfunction often get disabled because they cause costly interruptions for employers and are viewed as a nuisance. Employers are responsible for keeping all alarms activated and in working order. Fire alarm systems are also required by code to have backup power, usually a battery, so the alarm will still sound and guide you out even if a fire cuts the building's electricity. You will not need to manage that backup yourself. What matters is that you treat every alarm as real and respond, power outage or not. When a fire alarm sounds, where should you go? OSHA requires that all workplaces have an adequate exit and unobstructed escape route in case of a fire. The number of exits required for all employees to exit safely depends on several factors, including whether the facility uses substances that are at a high risk for combustion, the layout of the building, and the type of the construction materials used. National fire safety standards and local fire codes will determine the types and number of exits required. Remember, fire escape routes must be a permanent part of the building and clearly marked with signs posted. Since emergency exits are areas not often used, they have a tendency to become an easy area for storage, excess boxes, you name it. Make sure this doesn't happen in the workplace and keep all exit routes clear. In case of a fire, you won't want that door blocked, and you'll be glad you did keep it clear. Once you are out, go directly to your designated meeting place so everyone can be accounted for, and do not re-enter the building until the fire department says it is safe. So even though it may not be required by fire codes in your workplace, holding a fire drill occasionally is a great idea to practice your escape routes. The best way to protect yourself and others in your workplace is to be prepared. Become familiar with your facility's fire safety systems. You should know the building escape routes, learn the location and how to use manual pull alarms, and fire extinguishers that are on the walls or setting in certain specific areas should really be known how to be used. You know, the fire doors and the emergency exits are all there to help contain the fire and get you to a place of safety. Be sure you know where they're at. Be sure they open and are clearly marked.